Rover, there are two levels to Bronco RTR. Standard level, which is that more consumer everyday model, about a $12,000 package. This is more like a $20,000 to $22,000 package. This is the equivalent of Spec 3 for Bronco. Every single thing that RTR makes is on this chassis. And then we also have you have a couple optional accessories where you have a performance upgrade, which is a Ford performance calibration for the 2.3 and the 2.7. Gives it about 50 extra horsepower, about 45 extra foot-pounds of torque, and changes the mapping of the throttle, which is really nice. I had it on mine. It's actually great. So for an EcoBoost motor, it gives it what it needs. Beyond that, it's another full body transformation. So upper LED grille. This is available with modular center bars for a non-360 car, a 360 car, and we also are in Bronco licensing right now to get Bronco and put back on this center bar. So every time I sell one of these, and I put it, somebody puts a post on a forum online, says I just got my RTR grill, the first comment is, why would you take Bronco off the grill? Apparently people forget what the fuck they're driving if you take the name off the front of the grill. So we're gonna put it back, is the synopsis there. So LED grill, you also have modular end caps for your modular front bumper. All of ours that we're ordering will have the mod front bumper. So this will be an available accessory to put on Bronco RTR through the protection package, and it'll be standard on Rover.
Who manufactures the bumper?
The modular bumper,
yeah.
It's a Ford performance bumper. Yeah. Attached to that, you have our bumper mounted Project X lights. These are integrated to the factory aux switches. Just flip on. The light bar is a tripod light bar. Combined light throw distance when on, and this is only attached to auxiliary port 1 to get enough ampage, is 2,500 of light throw distance. So you're standing on the surface of the sun if you stand in front of it. It's very light, so we offer the blackout covers for those states that don't allow the lights to be exposed, because there is a DRL running. You can see it in the front lights at the bottom. There's a DRL. On the top lights, it's running through the middle. It's just a really light blue filament to give you a DRL running light. Doesn't cast much light, but states like California, where our creative director, Lindsay, this is his truck, he has to do the blackout covers. So moving around, if it's a non-SAS model, which we are ordering both, you get a 2-inch built spacer lift that is proprietary to us. We designed it, we built it, we CNC it. And if it's not SAS, then if it is SAS, then it already has the factory 2-inch lift. You'll have an optional upgrade like this to do the Fox Elite 2.5s with 37-inch tire. Normally, every truck is going to receive a 35-inch tire, regardless of the offset. 2 different offsets, plus 0 and plus 30. This wheel is what we call Evo 6, very similar to Aero 5, comes in 3 colors, black, charcoal, and bronze. There is a second wheel option called Tech 6. You can see that on our website, or I'll send it in the presentation that Baton showed you. That's only available in black and gray. Evo 6 is the most popular by far. It looks great. It's functional. It has kind of that fake feedlock appearance to it. This is what we run even on our competition trucks at times. So this is like a really nice wheel.
The only way to get a 37 ounce is to go with 2-inch.
You got to go with the Fox. You got to go with the Fox Elites to get the 37s.
Is there a body mount delete on the 37?
A body mount delete. You're talking about the crash bars?
Yeah, front.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull the crash bars. Yeah, and the SAS models come with those already pulled. I don't know if you do that. So SAS models don't have crash bars in the factory to allow the clearance, but the non-SAS models, if you do the 37-inch upgrade, we will have to unbolt and remove crash bars to get the clearance. Coming around the side, these are our RTR rock sliders. We have them available for a 2-door and a 4-door. All of our chassis are going to be 4-door chassis. We're ordering no 2-door. We're ordering very limited soft top because I feel that dealers are overwhelmed with soft top inventory. Hard tops are going to be about 90% of our production. And you're going to have 50-50 SAS and non-SAS bodies. With the Rover, you get both Bronco RTR and the Rover receive badges. So you see the fender badge there. Serialized dash black in the bottom right-hand corner. And then they also receive graphics with the optional graphic delete. So the Rover is a play on Lunar Rover. This is the topography of the moon, and on the other side it's the topography of Mars. On Bronco RTR, it's the topography of Johnson Valley. So everywhere that we've gone to play outside of space, we love. We're in Johnson Valley all the time. We put the topography of our graphics. That is an optional graphic, standard content, optional for delete. This graphic is one color. The Bronco RTR will have 2 colors. It'll have tonal gray and hyperline. So the accent striping of the topography will be a different color if your customer wants it to be. Otherwise, it'll be this gray color that you see. The big thing about Rover is this roof rack. So this is a proprietary roof rack to RTR. We built it, we designed it, we engineered it. It is one of 2 racks in the market that we have found that is chassis mounted and will work with both style of tops. Most tops are attached to, or most racks are attached to the top itself. So with a hard top, there's factory inlets to clamp a rack on, but most don't go underneath the actual top itself. So we made it so that it can do both. You have optional molly plates on the sides, so you can do rotor packs or snowboards or fuel canisters, whatever you need. This is also modular in the sense that if you're a hardtop customer and you want to take the roof off for the day, first and second row, you can pull the A-pillars, you can pull this entire segment and still run the dog cage. So you don't lose the function. You don't have to take it off. You can just optionally remove these very quickly and go on with your day. So we made that in that way on purpose. So we sell it as a full rack, and we also sell it as a half rack.
Just by moving the Allen screws there?
Just by Allen key, pull them off, put them in your garage, pull your top off, have a great time.
You can't get the small partition off with the rack on it.
You cannot get the partition in the middle off with the rack. Which partition are we talking
The
about?
hardtop has the 2 on the front, one over each of the drivers.
With the top on, you will not be able to take them off.
With the rack.
You could try, but it's going to be very tight, and you're probably going to scratch it off. I would recommend taking it off.
How loud is that rack?
It doesn't.
Nice.
Minimal noise. And that's the other reason for the chassis mount, is you're adding structure, you're adding rigidity, and it's quieter. Big question we get a light bar is, a big deterrent of light bars is sound, right? Wind noise. This being pods instead of a full bar, very minimal wind noise. Because the air is going around the pods instead of just smacking a bar and being shot off the top. And we also have the reason that we shape these plates in a slant is to improve aerodynamic control. So again, cutting down. So that's the focus there. Inside, you can see the RTR leather available. We have a couple different colors. We'll likely go to a standard 1 or 2 option. This is built for an Outer Banks model, which this was. It's kind of hodgepodge now, but we'll also just have it standard. Coming around the back, this spare tire carrier is probably our #1 selling part on Bronco. It is unique in the sense that most spare tire carriers are reinforcements, or they're really just not appealing to look at. The reason that this one is so unique is that we go all the way down to the hinge reinforcement itself. This is the weakest point of the tailgate. Is that you can put like the rough country reinforcement plate or all the different reinforcement plates, and all that does is redistribute the weight of your upgraded wheel and tires, but it doesn't dampen the weight effect on the hinge itself. So you're putting a lot of stress on that OEM hinge. We give full billet aluminum hinges with a bump stop. So if you swing this open and our adjustable tailgate stop fails, or the OEM one fails for any reason, you don't blow out your taillight. Before we put that in, we blew out taillights. So learn and repair. So there it is. Every single one's going to come with another molly plate on the front, on the back. You have some options there. What's cool about this spare tire carrier is you can move it around. It has multiple positions of adjustment. If you want the tire more this way, more up, more down, more out, you can do that. So you can accommodate basically up to a 40-inch tire here. Third brake light is adjustable to basically just that max point. Like you're very close here, you get to like, you approach 30, you approach 40, you're basically almost covering it, but you could make it fit. You're just going to lose a lot of your brake light coverage. So accessories that we offer is when this is not, in position of the molly plate, we have a couple different accessories you can bolt on there. Jerry can mount. We have our own jerry cans. We have CV antenna mounts, and then to bolt onto the back of the third brake light, we have a hijack mount. So if you're someone who's actually going to go use this is an overlanding vehicle built this way. We have all the overlanding accessories to tag on. All right, not standard content for those pieces, but easy to upgrade. They're very inexpensive. They can be shipped right to the door or just thrown in the truck at transport and it can go. And then you also have our RTR rear bumper included in this. This is built into all the factory sensors. There's no issues there. Just fully integrates and matches the modular front. And then underneath, what you don't see is our RTR catback.
Vehicles with tow package.
It'll fit with tow package. It's compatible. Yep. And then underneath, what you don't see is our high clearance exhaust, which is basically up underneath the driver's seat. It's an MBRP, 0 drone, no issues. I had a Rouge axle back on my Bronco before I joined RTR, and it droned incessantly. As soon as I switched over to the RTR, all the drone went away. So that is one of the great things about the exhaust, is that anyone can run it. It gives it a nice aggressive growl at idle, a little bit more volume in your throttle, but not an exhaust that anyone in the cabin is going to say, I don't want to be here anymore. So this is Bronco Rover, fully loaded, going to be available hopefully for you guys in April, and then dealer lots hopefully in May. I have hero cards ready, not without pricing. Once we get through the last gate for bombs and we confirm content, I'll just do it.
So what we're looking at here, what Rover is the roof rack and
The difference between Rover and base RTR is base RTR is going to be grill, wheels, tires, suspension, exhaust, graphics, floor liners in the interior, the nuts and bolts in the interior, your spare tire carrier, and that's it. Very low content. Price point on that's about $12,000. This is about $20,000 to $22,000 because of the additions of. I'm sorry, what's your question? Yeah, the additional equipment is the rear bumper, the rock sliders, the roof rack, the light bars, both sets of light bars, the tubular front end cap. Accessories can be made into that bumper. That is currently available.
Did you say what kind of shock it would be if you don't go with 2.5?
It's going to be standard suspension with billet spacer lift. Yeah, a 2-inch spacer lift.
I'm sorry, the 2.5 was an option?
It's an option. It's an option on RTR and on Rover. So that'll be your Fox Elite 225 with 37.
And do you think that package with the optional shocks and tires is around 22?
No, this with a normal Rover without this setup, which is about 22. You're
Okay.
probably another 3 to 5.
Okay.
Once we get to the bombs, we'll have that baked in. But yeah, this is going to be a serious upgrade.
And the 2.5s,
No, go ahead, Chris.
2.5s will be available on the RTR Bronco in order to get 37.
To get 37s, yeah. To get the 37-inch tire, you have to pair it with the suspension. That's our goal. And then it yields just a 650 like this. So to test this, we were just playing with the idea. Fox got us a set. We got some 37s. We also, a note there, we only use Recon Grappler tires. So great off-road, phenomenal on-road. Like very low tire noise, even with the bigger tire. Much quieter than a Ridge Grappler, but still very effective. So we're going to use Recons for all. When we did the testing for the suspension and this setup, we did the Optimal Rally to go to Vegas, to go to SEMA. We started in LA and did only desert, LA to Vegas on this setup. And when Bon got out of the truck, he said, we got to have it. So here it is.
do you have paint options on this product?
I think we're going to do paint. The challenge is, what do you do with the roll bars and the tub floor and all that stuff? Because if you're going to paint a Bronco, you got to paint all of it. So we're in discussion there, I think. In discussion. I think that's a challenge. If we did it all on black chassis like we normally do, not as much of a challenge. You just know that the interior is going to be always black and your roll bars are going to be black. So I think that's the way around it, but working through that. Yeah. Questions on Bronco? Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Josh.
Thank you.